That's kind of like a trope now in like superhero movies where they'll bring like actors in to play like bit parts who have played the same roles in previous like iterations. But are you saying that is this the first instance of that? Like where they brought in like actors from a previous version of this movie into the a remake or like a new iteration?
It really, really can't be, right?
What's going on, everyone? 25 is the 20th anniversary of Joe Loves Crappy Movies, and we are taking a look back at some of the movies of Joe Loves Crappy Movies. So, Joe, what movie are we talking about this week?
This week we're taking a look at Adam Sandler's The Longest Yard, which is a remake from the Burt Reynolds movie The Longest Yard. And I just found out today that Jason Statham also remade this movie in the early 2000s
What?
within 4 years. Like, I had no idea. He didn't call it The Longest Yard. He called it The Mean Machine, which is the name of the football team in the movie. And I had heard of the Mean Machine, but have never seen it and had no idea that it was birthed from the same Reynolds. Uh, so now I need to go see that movie. But we're not talking about recommendations yet. We are just introducing ourselves to this Adam Sandler world again. Are you a Adam Sandler fan?
I mean, like I like some of his movies. Like I haven't watched all of his movies. Like the like Happy Gilmore, obviously. Just that I can't remember right now.
Sure, like The Wedding Singer and
Yeah,
Billy
Singer, I know.
Madison, all the
Yeah.
classics. This was one that I feel like was a hit and is one that will pop up on TNT or whatever from time to time, but is not one that is considered to be one of his greats. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know. It is a strange movie. It has all the Happy Madison quirks to it, where it's very funny, it's very silly. Adam is having a good time, even in prison. Like, I mean, maybe I'm jumping ahead, but this is a movie about a professional football player who has been disgraced, um, gets thrown in, breaks probation, and gets thrown in prison. And he's then the warden then convinces him to train a team of convicts to play against his team of officers, uh, and something that would never happen. But it's got all the charm of an Adam Sandler movie. It's very silly. It's very goofy, and Sandler's definitely doing his thing, and he's good. I like Sandler. I like his movies. I'm here for it. Um, there are some weird tones with this movie though, because it is in prison. And I forgot. I was talking about how he's very comfortable in the movie, like too comfortable. Like normally we see Adam Sandler will do these movies where he sort of just takes the whole cast on vacation to Hawaii or Africa even. Um, and in this movie, he couldn't do that because it was a men's prison, so there's only two women in the whole film. But even in the prison, he feels like he's having a great time. Like he's joking around and laughing. Like he makes like watching this movie, you'd be like, prison doesn't seem so bad. Of course, there are beatings, and I was getting into this whole thing. My major issue with the movie is there are some big tone shifts. Like everything's going along fine, and then one of the lovable characters who you know from other movies, even, and he's a recognizable actor, and you love him. You love him in this movie, and then out of nowhere he dies. He's murdered, and it's like a little much. It's like, couldn't he have been beaten to a pulp, or I don't know. Of course, in the first movie, this happens as well. His character is murdered, and they use it to sort of rally the team. And in a certain film, like a lighthearted film, even a lighthearted film, like this could fit. But in the Happy Madison world, you don't know if it's supposed to play as a joke. Like, is
Yeah.
him dying funny? Uh, Obviously, it's not. But like, it doesn't work for me. And there's a couple times where the tone jumps like this, and I just wasn't into it.
So, like mentioning like a character, like a beloved character dies, like immediately my mind went to G.I. Joe the movie. Do you think they could have made it better by having somebody mention like offhandedly at the end, "Oh, he's okay."
But yes, someone's on the phone. He made it. He's gonna pull through. That would have been amazing. um, and yes, it would have made everything. No, actually, it would have been the biggest eye roll of the movie if that had happened. But or if he came out on crutches, because I mean, he dies in a fire, so I don't know why he'd be on crutches. But uh, it's weird that you bring up GI Joe because his last words in the movie were "Yo, Joe," and then he burns on fire. Yeah, I mean, on paper it totally works though because like it just builds the thing, and like I said, it rallies the team, and then the last, I want to say it's almost half the movie is this final game where you're getting a lot of payoffs. Like a big thing with this movie is he has to convince the convicts to play. They're like, we don't want to play. We don't want to get in trouble with the guards. And the big selling point he has is, well, you'll be able to hurt the guards. So throughout the whole movie, they'll be like, here's a prisoner. Here's a specific guard that hates him. And they'll like have a moment in the last game where you get to see the prisoner, tackle the hell out of the guy. So there's a lot of payoff, and like setup and payoff, and that's very satisfying. And the game is good. Like, it goes up and down, and there's manipulation from within without going into too many details. And it has a good ending, but it doesn't feel like a real thing happening. It feels like Adam Sandler making a movie. It feels like everybody having a good time. It doesn't feel like a real thing. I know it's not a real thing, but movies should feel like real things. Does that make sense?
You
Like
should be.
I should be lost in it. Like the magic of prison riots. No, I mean it's just one of those things where you should be able to. I was not able to suspend belief for a moment to get wrapped up in it. It's fake, fake, fake the whole way through. But it is fun and it's funny. I don't know. Sandler, people want to be in his movies, and this offered a good opportunity for him. All his like professional football player friends and you know professional wrestlers and everyone in the sports world came out to be in this movie. Like if you want to see um, Stone Cold Steve Austin call the rapper Nelly the N word, then this is the movie for you. I don't know anyone that wants to see that, but that's another tonal shift I was referring to. But I don't know. There's definitely good here, but it doesn't feel like it's not a slam dunk. I don't love it for sure.
Yeah. Um, had you seen the original before you saw this one?
No. I had no idea what it was. I was just I was a real ding dong in 2005. I was just taking whatever cinema threw at me. And then when this came along, I was like, oh, I found out about it. And I think I actually did a comic for it. We may we may be soon doing a 40 years ago for the longest short, the first one, but I have not seen it since 2005.
From your recollections, how did the two movies compare?
I mean, beat for beat
Yeah.
is one way to put it. Like they're really close to each other. Um, what's nice about this one is they do bring back not the same characters, but they bring back the actors from the first film. So like, there's definitely shout outs to like the guy that played the warden or the guy that played the captain of the the officers. And Burt Reynolds does show up in this movie as a prisoner that helps coach them to glory. Uh, so it's fun.
So I know that's kind of like a trope now in like superhero movies where they'll bring like actors in to play like bit parts who have played the same roles in previous like iterations.
Or have been
Um,
rumored to even like
yeah.
Cavill in Deadpool and Krasinski and Multiverse. But yeah, yeah,
But are you saying that is this the first instance of that? Like where they brought in like actors from a previous version of this movie into the a remake or like a new iteration?
it really, really can't be right. Like there must be thousands before this. This was in 2005, so like, what major properties were remade that they would have had opportunities to even do that? I don't
So
know.
I'm thinking like the Bond movies maybe because they run for a while. You know what I mean? Like it's a long running
Sure,
series. But
I
other
could
than that,
see. Yeah, I don't think the Bonds have ever appeared in other Bond movies, but certainly like the lady that played Money Penny in the earliest versions may have showed up in like uh, Live and Let Die or whatever. So yeah, there must be a website devoted to that. If you know what it is, please tell us in the comments because I'm curious.
I'm curious as well because like yeah, I don't know like ever seeing that before comic book movies and like 2005. What comic book movies do we have? I mean, we're just going to get to the Fantastic Four in a few weeks, I think, right?
Right. So at this point, I mean, we'd had the Supermans, the Batmans, of course, but for Marvel, it was just X-Men, and the first couple Spider-Man. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
and
I'm
Blade, of course,
playing, of course.
and
Um,
Howard the Duck,
Leah
and
Thompson
Swamp
did not show up
Thing.
in Howard the Duck 2.
I mean, if I was in charge of Marvel, Howard the Duck would be walking around in the background of every movie. Like, he would just be like a duck with a hat on would walk by every movie.
All right. So if somebody's looking to watch a movie with similar vibes, do you have a recommendation?
I do. There's a movie from the early '90s called Necessary Roughness with Scott Bakula and Jason Bateman and Sinbad, and Kathy Ireland's on the team too. She's the kicker. Um, it is a sports movie, underdog sports movie, um, and it's a comedy as well, so it's very fun and very silly, but it also has really grounded moments. I think that Scott Bakula as a lead, he's like this aged guy, probably like 37 years old, but he's going back to college, and he's convinced they convince him to join the football team because he used to be very good. It's sort of him being in college and you know leading an underdog team to victory, and him being sort of a normal person that's not a goofball, and that uh, the goofiness can happen around him.
Hmm.
I think grounds that movie a little bit more, even though the DVD cover of that movie or the poster for that movie is a football that's dressed up
Yeah.
like an armadillo. Yeah,
Oh.
with like yeah, I think it's an armadillo and it's got like a cowboy hat and horns. So it's almost presenting like a spoof movie, but there are grounded elements in there. So
Mhm.
I and it's totally a fun movie. It's a total blast, like early '90s nonsense movie.
Nice. Which I guess this brings you back to The Longest Yard. Like, is there a character that kind of grounds Adam Sandler's version?
Well, Adam Sandler does at times, but not near. But like then he'll just be goofy Adam Sandler like for a
Yeah.
beat, which is fine. Like he's proven that that method works too. But in this instance, it really hurt. I think it hurt the foundation of the movie. Like, it just doesn't feel like I was saying earlier. It doesn't feel real, and I think that's a big part of it. Like, we need a character that's not gonna go for the gag. You know?
So do you own this on DVD? Or do you own
Dude,
this?
yeah, it's down there somewhere in the basement. But yeah, I'm sure I bought it when it came out and watched it a few times. But yeah, it's not something I've revisited in a while. I would say probably at least 10 years.
And for those of you who are keeping score, I don't know if you've discerned this, but I have not watched it.
I I didn't want to ask you until the end, but I was curious if this is one that snuck by or if this is one I dragged you to. But yeah, you dodged
So
the.
we definitely didn't see it together in the theater. I feel like I may have like watched some of it like on TV in a hotel room somewhere at some
Sure.
point.
Where like the remote was too far away, you couldn't reach it to change the channel.
Or you're flipping through the channels to see what was on, and then like landing on like a movie with Adam Sandler. Like, what movie is this? It's
Yeah,
like the
you're like, oh, it's the Water Boy. Wait, no, something's different. You're like, I watched it long enough to figure out what it was.
that
Put
may
that
or
on
may
the
not have
poster.
happened. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I have not watched it. Definitely not all the way
Okay.
through.
Well, if the next time it's on, leave it on. It's not terrible, but I could recommend 10 Adam Sandler movies that are more fun to watch. So
And Happy Gilmore 2? Is that what they're
Happy Gilmore
calling it?
2. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a Happy Gilmore 2. It's not like Happy Gilmore Returns or God, what would be the best title for a Happy Gilmore sequel?
Happy Gilmore 2000.
2025. Happy Gilmore 2000. Sure. That comes out Friday, the same week as next Friday, the same week as same day as Fantastic Four. But it's going straight to Netflix, which I mean, I know it wouldn't have beat Fantastic Four in the theater, but I would have gone to see it in the theater, and I would have.
Would you have done a double feature of Fantastic Four and
Oh yeah,
Happy Gilmore? Which one would have been
four,
first?
whichever one the time lined up better. To be honest, like if you're going the same day, it doesn't matter that much. I do have a planned double feature coming up. I forget what it is though. It's two movies coming out on August 1st. I know one of them because I'm really excited about that one, but the other one I know my kids are excited about. Oh, we're gonna do a Bad Guys 2, The Naked Gun double feature, or we're gonna watch Bad Guys 2, and then some of us won't go to see The Naked Gun, but some of us will. It'll be fun.
Nice. It comes out in August. I'm assuming Naked Gun.
August 1st. August 1st.
August.
Yeah, so it's like right around the corner.
Yeah.
Can you believe it's almost August? Yeah, it's almost August, which means it's almost September, which means it's practically December, which means Halloween's over? Yeah, this year's flying by.
All right, guys. Did you watch The Longest Yard? Either the original, the Adam Sandler remake, or was it The Mean Machine? Is that what you called? Is that what it's called?
The Mean Machine. Yeah, it's the Statham one. It's called The Mean Machine.
So if you watched any of those three movies, let us know in the comments below what you thought. And if you like this, feel free to drop us a like and give us a subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. And we will catch you all in the next one.